In the life of every SEO specialist or website owner comes that moment. Mostly it approaches suddenly, without any warning. You check your morning stats, and here it comes. Google update. Maybe I am a little bit overly dramatic, but trust me, sometimes site owners suddenly lose 90% of the hits to their sites, and the result? They were losing money. Why do I bring this up? At this time, Google is implementing a new core algorithm update. They already called it Helpful Content Update. Its main goal is to make internet content more helpful for users. Google wants content creators to stop writing articles prepared only for ranking in search. We should now create content that the user will get something out of. The interesting part of this update is that Google shared with us a lot of knowledge about it that can help us prepare. The signal is evident when they do this before an update. They want us to do what they want with our content. But at this moment, we still can't see exactly how it will affect websites. Most of the practice knowledge in SEO comes from testing, not guidelines from Google. In a sense, most SEO specialists are somehow trying to win over the search engine. Also, do not take what I say in this video as an oracle, but rather as a prediction. One of the most important things about this update is that it is site-wide. This means that if your content is poor, then not only it will perform poorly, but all articles on the site will be affected. Of course, if you have one unhelpful piece and 100 excellent texts, it won't change anything. Instead, it applies to the opposite situation. The Helpful Content Update aims to better reward content where visitors feel they've had a satisfying experience, while content that doesn't meet a visitor's expectations won't perform as well. How will Google know if the content is helpful? Our fate will depend on machine learning in this case. From an article in Search Engine Roundtable, we can read that Google collects a lot of signals about a site, which together determines the final verdict. It is not known if links are also taken into account. Engineers validated the algorithm for this update with quality raters and tested that this algorithm improves search results. But I've been watching AI for years. This technology is impressive and helps me in my daily work. However, I'm still concerned that with something as vague as helpfulness, the algorithm can still get it sometimes wrong. Who will it affect? As is usually the case with updates, we will see. First and foremost, English content creators should beware. Google is right now rolling out first to English searches globally. They said that they plan to expand to other languages in the future. How to create human-first content? First, avoid clickbaits. If you promise something in the title, you have to deliver it. Tricking your readers into reading your long article about the date of the premiere of the next season of Stranger Things before the date was released won't do the job anymore. Answer yourself if you would write some piece of content if the search engine didn't exist. The idea is that when writing content, you should think about someone who comes to your site regularly. Would the text you write interest the visitor and would he benefit from the content? Being interested in SEO and using YouTube or Twitter, you've probably come across the term niche sites. Not always, of course, but sometimes their creators choose a niche they want to create content based on projected earnings with zero knowledge of the topic. Don't do this. Write articles that you would love to read. Don't only summarize what others said. If you are creating content in which you are an expert, consider whether what you are writing about will provide complete knowledge to the readers. I like examples with dogs. So take, for example, the topic of separation anxiety. Let's look at the first result in Google from the American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. This is an excellent example that this is everything a dog owner should know about separation anxiety. There are symptoms, reasons why dogs develop it, what medical problems you should rule out first, and many solutions for this problem. Nice. What to do if you find out that this update hits you? First of all, you should analyze the content on your site. Unfortunately, Google won't show you what on your site was considered useless. but you should consider which texts actually provide valuable and comprehensive knowledge. After this, you should update or remove articles that you consider unhelpful. Sadly, it may take several months to recover. Our classifier for this update runs continuously, allowing it to monitor newly launched and existing sites. As it determines that the unhelpful content has not returned in the long term, the classification will no longer apply. You should use a position tracker if you want to know your exact positions in search results daily. Fortunately, at Senuto, we have such a tool. Our tracker lets you track any keyword you want. For every project, you can choose a different country or region, group your keywords, and add your competition. We will track their positions too. You have access to data daily, everywhere, always when you need it. We have also a mobile app. Click on the link in the description and check it out for yourself, free for 14 days. And one more thing at the end. Is SEO dead now? Everyone keeps predicting it almost every year, but rest assured, this is not yet the moment. We can read in the Google announcement that our advice about having a people-first approach does not invalidate following SEO best practices. SEO is a helpful activity when it's applied to people-first content. Also, SEO is not dying but adapting, as it usually does. Good luck with the update, and don't forget to subscribe our channel for weekly SEO tips. See you in SERPs!